And is a genius getting these streamers to take sponsors and throw back their whole deal into gambling while they advertise his website for free. Well, here's the crazy part. From my understanding, Eddie's trying to stay away from the gambling stuff. It's the streamers that want them. Because I myself get a little annoyed. I mean, I'll say this because I know other streamers know from our private conversations that I've always been consistent with this. My take with any sponsor, and it took me a while to like, feel this way. Obviously, I went through my own trial and errors, but my take with any sponsor is it should be what you believe in, right? I feel like that's like a good indicator, like a guideline. So like gambling is obviously bad no matter what, but I think it's even worse when you're only picking it up. You have no love for it yourself and you're only picking it up for the money, right? So at that point, you truly are just playing to get others hooked. That's also my issue with the affiliate codes. Like obviously if I was an affiliate code streamer, you wouldn't be seeing me saying every day, don't gamble, don't do this, right? If I was an affiliate code streamer, it's the opposite. Your entire job is to tell people, yo, be responsible. You should do it. Like if you do it, use this, right? So there's like a bunch of issues with that, but it is what it is. That's the world we live in. At the end of the day, like I guess each their own. But the other issue is like what also sucks is this. Like I've reached a point where it's almost like I don't know how to word this properly, but platform side, like there's so many things I want to do to clean everything up, and we have, but it's so hard to like. This is why I'm happy that I'm not as involved, because I want to do everything like clean. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure people who view bot aren't getting, aren't manipulating and using the site's discoverability and taking away from others. Like I want to do all these things, and I want to just get rid of view bots entirely, right? And punish them. The problem is like what makes that so hard is Twitch isn't on the same page. The competitors aren't on the same page. The competitors are almost like, yeah, it's against TOS, but we're not going to do anything about it. So, keep doing it so we can boost our numbers to advertisers. It's almost become like, it's so fucked. I hate it. And I want to rid the platform of it. And we are doing so many things to do that. But at the same time, like it sucks seeing, Twitch and other competitors, and these are numbers that I've heard from, some analytic people. It sucks seeing that the entire site's comprised of 20% view bots, right? And that includes mainly embeds, and nothing's done about it, right? It's almost like I've hit a wall where, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Are you currently banned on Kick? What? Twitch loves view bots because they can sell the viewer numbers to advertisers. Exactly. And the best part about that is that they have plausible deniability. So I don't think they'll ever get in trouble for fraud. Why? Because they're not taking the numbers to the advertisers. They have a third party that reads the numbers and they just accept the numbers, right? So like, for example, AWS or whatever, right? They'll say, okay, you have this many viewers. So if someone view bots to a channel, AWS will read them as real viewers, right? They're not distinguishing a real from a fake, as long as the bot matches up with what it needs to match up with. So AWS will charge Twitch for those viewers. And once Twitch sees that charge, I think that's the credibility, and they just show it to the advertiser, oh, this is how many viewers we have. But in reality, like if AWS had a better system, then I think this stuff would go away. Well, this is all speculation. I don't know. These are just things I'm being told by other people. I don't know. You should investigate the hacksaw motherfuckers that fuck with who hit. Dude, facts. Who hit the button? Dude, I don't know what's going on with my hacksaw seed. That shit's disgusting. It's disgusting. It is unfathomable. There's no reason Drop 'em should be doing what it did. There's no reason. There's no, like, I don't want to get into it. Reported? For what? The fuck? This guy followed me today just to say reported. Jesus. It's always those fucking guys too, huh? It's always those like 2015 to 2012 account creations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not expect a response. Fuck. Have you thought that maybe there's a global seed so people are, no. I don't think, like, I've thought about it. I don't think it could work, because that would mean there was a global seed. I mean, it would be possible because I guess it would make, eventually everyone would even out, right? Problem with that is, I don't know, actually. I'll be real with you. I don't think it's the case, only because of how I spin, right? Do you understand the chances of me? Like, if it was a global seed, I think I would actually probably be the richest, most successful gambler in the world, which I guess I am the #1 gambler in the world, but I would be the richest and most successful, which maybe that's only, you know what I mean? I would be even more so, right? Because I sit on one slot and I spin on turbo for fucking 20 hours straight and I don't see anything. You would think eventually over 3 years, one day I would just hit 3 max wins back to back, or 3 full screens same day if it was a global seed, right? So I don't think it's the case at all. Not to mention, you can feel like, for example, if I go to Doghouse and I hit something big, I know for the next, 2,000 spins, I'm not hitting shit. But if I were to switch to the Ethereum seed, I'm hitting something in the first 3-4 bonuses. I don't know. I mean, don't you think that'd be the case? You'd be getting max wins more often with your 20-hour turbo spins? Well, that's what we're confused about, right? Like, I know there isn't a global seed. Because I've asked for my seed stats to like make sure that they haven't reset, and I can see that my seed has the same code, right? So I can see like the player ID. There's player IDs, and each seed is generated on each individual's player ID, right? My issue is, how the fuck could my seed be randomized across all my hacksaw games where it takes 30 million just to hit a 2 million, and then everyone else you see them hit multiple 6 mills in the same day on the same slot and then move to another hacks on it, do the same thing, right? That's what's weird. It's as if my one seed is just fucked. And the worst part is I made a new account, got in trouble for it, but I made a new account, same thing happened. And then I switched to ETH seed. We saw the same thing fucking happen. So at this point, I'm just wondering what the fuck's going on, right? I don't know. Doesn't mean it's deterministic before you even spin. Wait, doesn't mean it's deterministic before you even spin. What does that mean? Doesn't mean it's it is deterministic because it's the seed's already made, right? Every spin is random and not predetermined. No, it is. It is predetermined. It's not random. I wish it was random. That's how I would prefer gambling, but there's no way a casino could ever survive on that. Like, I mean, unless you were to randomize it based on a 96.6% RTP over 10 billion spins. If that's what you mean by randomized, then sure, it's randomized, right? But once you're on the seed, every spin from this point on is predetermined once you're on the seed, right? The problem lies in, I wish it was fully randomized. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know though. I don't know. It's not random. It can't be random. If it was random, like fully random, I don't think a casino would survive. I feel like randomizing something based off of a 96.6% RTP isn't truly random, right? Like 2% chance to get this, 60% chance to 0x. No. There's no fucking shot. I mean, I guess technically you could derive, you get to those numbers, but it's gonna be a lot lower. Do you live in RTP? I do, because I feel like if you have a European license, there has to be something, right? The RTP has to be real, right? Otherwise, how are they getting passed for the European licenses? But I just think the European licenses need to be more strict. You understand? Like, gamblers aren't going to stop gambling on a game just because it says 60% RTP. You understand? But we'd appreciate the transparency of it. Like, in my opinion, like I've said this for so many years, it shouldn't be 96.8% theoretical RTP based off of 10 billion spins. It should say first 100 spins, theoretical RTP 50%. 1,000 spins, theoretical RTP 56%, right? 10,000 spins, 75%, right? 1 million spins, 82%. It should say some shit like this so we can understand. But saying 96.8% over 10 billion spins and then the first fucking 1.2 million spins I'm operating at 89% is ridiculous. What does RTP stand for? It stands for return to player. In my situation, it'd be return to provider. Pussy ass bitches. Do slots in real life have casino RTP? Yes, they do. And they're even worse. That's what I mean by it. People are going to still play them, right? Brick and mortar casinos, so Las Vegas casinos, the average slot RTP there is 80% RTP. So it gives you an idea. When you see me playing a slot that's 96.8% and I'm getting fucked, the slots in casinos are on average 80% RTP. So imagine the shit there. Like that means if I have shit luck, I'm getting like 60% RTP. But who knows? Slot machines IRL are 100% random. No. I don't think they're 100% random, brother. They can't be 100% random if they're 80% RTP. They are. My uncle used to repair them. Repairing them is irrelevant. It's the people who code them. And I have someone in my family that has coded Las Vegas slot machines, and they wrote the code for it. And I know the code. I mean, you could argue maybe by random what you mean is it's set on like a, if you spin it at the right time, I guess you could you could argue random right there, but it's still based on an 80% RTP. I think the reason we'd interpret that as random is because there's no individual seed, right? There's no individual seeds. So the reason that even your grandpa can't make that claim is because even if, Judd, you were to sit down on that chair and hit 5 max wins in a row, you would have to assume that so many people before you lost so much money that those 5 max wins are justified and enough for the casino to still be making money. Does that make sense?
Okay. It was fucking hot. Okay, dude. Okay.